This old cemetery that dates back to 1858 gives Tehachapi a look at their pioneer past. I'm Maddie Volmer, your neighborhood reporter, and I was able to speak with a local historian who tells me why it's so important not just for preserving headstones, but also preserving the soul of this community. In a quiet neighborhood in Tehachapi sits the old Tehachapi Cemetery, a resting place for some of the town's first settlers.
The first burial here was in 1858, and Kern County didn't become a county until 1866, so it actually predates the county. The first woman that was the first person buried here was a woman, we know her as Mrs. Alex Pruitt. She gave birth to the first white child born in the Tehachapi Mountains in about 1856. And then in 1858, she herself died, and she is the first burial here.
Miss Pruitt is just one of the weathered headstones and faded names that tell the story stretching back more than 160 years. Mr. Thomas Goddard is another early settler who laid to rest here, a lawman who lost his life while serving the community.
Well, Thomas Godwin's grave is over there. He was a constable who was killed in the line of duty. He had arrested a man. He was attempting to arrest a man and ended up, there was a gunfight and he shot and killed the guy he was attempting to arrest. And a friend of that deceased person swore vengeance on Thomas Godwin. And that guy's name was James Hayes.
So this board represents everybody that was buried here at the Old Tehachapi Cemetery starting in 1858. There are some unknown burial dates, but the first known one is 1858. The last one being buried in 1927. John's connection to this cemetery goes back decades. Just at 11 years old, he joined the Tehachapi Heritage League. Over time, the site fell into neglect, but John says the league has been instrumental in bringing it back to life, restoring and maintaining the historic resting place.
I was like a little kid at the time. Volunteers helped clean it up, to make all the replacement headstones, to mark them in their correct location.
In recent years, community members have continued working to preserve the site, ensuring the memories of those buried here are not lost in time. For some local historians, the Old Tehachapi Cemetery is more than just preserving headstones. It's about keeping these stories of the pioneers alive. Reporting for 23 ABC, I'm Maddie Volmer, your neighborhood reporter.